What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I'm FB,
And I'm the Goob.
sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's the Goob?
The Goob is good. I was gonna say I was sprung because there's spring weather and the Warriors are springing in action and the Final Four is gonna happen. But
It's
I
going to
mean,
happen. They're not going to stop it. They're going to make it happen.
it's the FB and Goob preview show.
For baseball. That's
So I'm
crazy.
pretty pumped about that.
I'm pumped about that. You know what I'm pumped about? And I haven't told you this yet. I'm pumped about today. We made 350 subscribers on the FB and Goob Show. So for all 350 of you who actually subscribe to this, me and him, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We just do this for fun. And the fact that you subscribe and listen to us is fun. So,
Yeah, no
so yeah,
doubt.
350.
If we can get
150
more,
away
then
from
maybe-
t-shirts.
That's right. And maybe we can stop bartending if you guys get your friends to subscribe to.
Yeah, we only need like one more million of you to subscribe. And then I will not have to deal with the boys' bathroom at the Good Time Tavern anymore.
Oh, Lordy.
I will get somebody else to do it. Hey, what happened?
Hey, this is our gift to the FB
I know
and
that's
Goob.
our gift, but what happened to the West?
That's where we're going to start. NL West. Preview starts here. NL West, and we'll decide where the Dodgers go.
Oh, I thought we were. Yeah. Okay. Let's
So,
decide.
I was going to do, let you know who the team had added, who they lost, and, my biggest kind of query about this. But I mean, the Dodgers, they're on the front page of everything.
They added everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
So,
if you've been in a hole for the last 6 months, they signed Shohei Ohtani for about $1 billion, Yamamoto for about $500 million.
$500 million.
Yeah. Tyler Glass now. I mean, who else did they sign?
$250 million. Paxton, did we get Paxton this year from the Red Sox? Got Paxton. Yep. That Hernandez from the Mariners, who's got 3 home runs already this year. Yeah, we just added a lot of talent to the Dodgers this year. And, God forbid we win 111 games and lose in the second series of the playoffs. That's the frustrating part. But this is what I can say and what I've seen so far. The pitching is much better. The batting is already there. We have the number 1 player in baseball in Mookie Betts.
Mookie.
We have the number 1 player in the world in Shohei Ohtani. So we got the number 1 player in, so we got all these. Freddie Freeman's playing pretty well. I don't know if anybody noticed.
Oh, silently just crushes the ball every time he gets
silently
to the plate.
Just getting hits. We just signed Will Smith 10 years, $140 million. So now we have our catcher for 10 years, and he's a good catcher. He's not the best catcher. Huh?
I bet he took his money up front.
He did. Well, he doesn't have a gambling problem. So it's different. If you have a gambling problem, you put your money behind. If you don't have a gambling problem, you take your money and you invest well. So he probably took his money, bought a house, got his wife something nice, good guy.
There you go. Right?
We don't sign. Yeah. So 10 years. I mean, we've solidified him. I liked him. I still like him, and I'm glad that we've signed him and put him on the thing. I felt we should have done that with Trey last year. We didn't, but we moved Mookie to short, so it's not a big deal. They say Mookie fit right in the short, looked like he'd been there his whole life, so not a big deal. But the pitching with Glasnow, Walker Buehler on his way back, Bobby Miller making a showing, Yamamoto making it. Yeah, I know where we're going to decide they're going to be. They have to be at the top at the end of this, I would assume.
These guys?
Yeah, I'm assuming they got to be number 1. For us in just our division.
Well, I mean, like you said, if you check the last episode, and unless like Ohtani and half the Dodgers get caught in a gambling like ring, there's no way anyone in the West comes close to the Dodgers.
Right. I believe inside that I believe that's why Aaron Donald retired from the NFL. I believe he is a part of this Ohtani thing. And he said, you know what, fucking, I'm just going to retire. So I believe more will come out on it. I believe he's like Kobe Bryant. He's not going to care what courtroom he's in. The Giants at the bottom? No.
That's where we're starting. Well, we got to talk about the Giants.
All right. Okay. We don't have to talk about the Dodgers anymore. I believe everybody in the world knows how I feel and knows what the Dodgers have done in the last 2 months. Because
my only question, My only question about the Dodgers is, how do you feel overtaking the Yankees as the evil empire? You're now the most hated team in the league.
How do I feel? I feel it's about time. I feel it's about time. It really is. I mean,
Who
if
doesn't
you're
want to be
just
Darth
allowed
Vader?
to spend money and pay a penalty and a fine and win as much as you want, you should
Right?
be fucking doing it. That's what your fans deserve. As me as a fan, I deserve to have wins. So yeah, go for it. I don't mind being the evil empire. That's fine.
Excellent. I don't mind trying to be Han Solo and
But if you had the opportunity to be the evil empire, you'd say yes too.
right. So yeah, so the Giants didn't land Otani. We didn't land Yamamoto, but we got who?
So
Lee.
that's right. You got the man. He's been playing well.
Right.
He got some hits off the Dodgers pitching.
The kid. I mean, I saw his swing, and I was hoping Ichiro. We're gonna get a little bit more. I can't think of the comparison right now, but he's not going to be as slap happy. He's going to try to,
I love the batting style, the stance. He's got that perfect stance.
He looks Ichiro. He's been hitting the ball. You can tell he's a professional hitter. I mean, he's the grandson of the wind.
He was taught well. You can see he's got all the tools.
Right.
Even when he's batting and the way the pitches, he controlled the batter, the first baseman, don't go. Or the guy at first, no. He knows every aspect of the game. How could he hurt? He's only going to help you. You can tell that it was beaten into him, everything. His coaches as a kid. Back away from the plate with the ball so the runner can score. Everything was.
Well, his grandfather and his father.
He's one of the best in Korea, right?
His grandfather, earned the nickname The Wind. He was named The Wind.
Jesus.
Like
probably sounded really cool in Korean. So yeah.
It's basically like having like LeBron James Jr. come to China and play basketball over there. So this is kind of fun. Yeah, the Giants got him. We got Blake Snell. We got a lot of Cy Young award people on our pitching staff. Half of them are hurt till the end of the summer. But I mean, there's a chance. Optimistically,
dark horse.
Optimistically, we're a dark horse. I put us probably about the 88 win range.
So 20 behind the Dodgers. Can't win.
Yeah, exactly. Can the Dodgers win 110 games?
That's it. So I'd say somewhere between 100 and 110 is where the Dodgers will fall.
Well, we're going to move the Giants up from 4 to 3 or 2, right about here. And we're going to have to go to probably the Padres next and talk about them.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's I still see the Padres as a mixed bag of nuts, kind of. I just don't know if it's a team that is capable of overtaking the Dodgers at all. And
I mean, I look at
even the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks? I'd say the Diamondbacks are ahead of the Padres.
I think so.
I kind of think the Padres are down 4.
So let's talk about the Padres real fast then. We still bring Tatis Jr., Machado.
Possible MVP Tatis.
You got that Kim there, who's just another hitting, decent.
No. I love Hop Some King.
Hop Some King. You gotta love that guy. But other than that, I don't see a lot. They got Yu Darvish on the mound, but Yu Darvish has been a disappointment in a lot of cases.
The one thing I could say is, San Diego's never been a big money team, and they had all the big money guys. You know what I mean? I do think they got rid of the wrong one. I think Soto's going to be nuts in New York, but we'll get to that in a bit. They just got rid of too much stuff and replaced it with nothing. They traded for Dylan Cease at the very end. Right. So I don't see them having enough. If Machado and Tatis are that much of, I think they're assholes. I really think
that's
what
assholes. I mean by mixed bag of nuts and 2 douchebags they put on their team. Manny Machado and Tatis Jr. I was like, those 2 aren't going to get along. They're not, you know what I mean? That's just ridiculous. I mean, if you're going to spend money on the right players. So I'm sorry, I got the Padres at 4th.
Yeah, me too. I got them in 4th. Yeah. Arizona.
I think you're going to fight Arizona for the 2nd spot in baseball.
Right here. I mean,
it's that same young team.
I mean, yeah, they're sick. Arizona scares me. They've got Merrill Kelly still. They actually signed shit, who'd they sign? Montgomery, the kid that killed him in the World Series. The guy
Nice.
from the guy
Smart.
that big yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
they've got the World Series pitching now to go with, Corbin Carroll and
Carroll and
those other guys.
yeah. And
So
they
I
were a
think
young team that built on each other last year
right.
and and got to the playoffs still building on it and in the World Series. I don't even want to talk about them. So it's like if they go to the World Series this year, I'll lose my fucking mind. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just like going, we're not the evil empire if we can't win. You're only the evil empire if you win. Patriots, Yankees, evil empires.
This
The
is true.
Niners, those Niners back in the day when they were just paying people out their ass for years past.
The sneaky empire.
Yeah, that DeBartolo guy, so we're only an evil empire if we win. So I fear the Diamondbacks a little bit because I'm on this. I hope the Packers are the Diamondbacks of the NFL. Young team builds on each other, ends up in Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Because Diamondbacks, this is their organization building this team together. They didn't make too many moves this year. Montgomery to solidify pitching because he beat their ass in the World Series. Whooped them. So good for them. Good move by them. That was the one thing. That's what I wish we would have done all those years when it was like, okay, what do? We re-signed Clayton Kershaw. What the fuck?
How about the guy that beat Clayton Kershaw?
How about the guy that beat Clayton Kershaw twice? Carpenter from the Cardinals or, one of those guys. Because this is the time I'm talking about Clayton at his best against, he keeps getting beat in the playoffs. So I don't understand. We need that guy. So
yeah, we need that guy.
We need that guy. Rockies.
Oh, we're just going to put them on the bottom.
They got Chris Bryant.
I bet he feels like an idiot now for signing that contract and leaving the Bay.
Yeah, right.
All right, so that's what we got. We don't have anything to say about the Rockies except for go see a game. It's fun. You'll see some home runs.
Yeah, no, but you got to go to Colorado.
Got to go to Colorado.
I got to go to Colorado. You can't go see the Rockies at the A's, and you might not get the same amount of home runs. Exactly. So, but yeah, listen. I think it's going to be a race for 2 and 3 inside the NL West.
Yeah, I think even 4 could be. I think it's Dodgers on top, Brewers on bottom, or not Brewers. Sorry, Rockies. Getting ahead of myself. Next division already.
That's okay.
And then the other 3 teams, depending on injuries and stuff, the Giants could, if our pitching staff could make it to June, I think we'll have a successful July and August.
Nice.
So we got that going for us.
Good time to start going. July and August.
Yeah, I mean we're already 0-2 against the Dodgers, so it's already a terrible start to the season.
It's already a terrible start to the season. It might be a bad year for you with the Dodgers. But beat those Padres and those Diamondbacks. That's who you got to beat.
That's right. Exactly. If you beat everybody, then we just have to beat the other.
We're just going to beat everybody, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
All right. Let's the Central. We'll talk about the Central. God, it's just so.
Pirates are undefeated, baby.
Are we still undefeated? Pirates are still undefeated?
5-0. It's the year of Clemente.
Is it the year of Clemente?
I think it's an anniversary of something awesome he did. But Pirates are undefeated and expected probably to finish last.
I hope it's not the anniversary of him flying a plane to Puerto Rico.
Well, I mean,
that's not a good anniversary.
That's pretty much the only anniversary he's got.
Yeah, right. The anniversary where he flew those shoes to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Everyone needs shoes.
Everybody needs shoes. Yeah. All right. So who are we going to start?
I mean, I'll start with Pittsburgh. Honestly,
you want to start with Pittsburgh? That's good. I wrote nothing down about Pittsburgh. Do you know that? Because I felt.
I mean, maybe it's time to check on the cow. No, Pittsburgh's got a lot of good things going for him this year. We got McCutchen back, which has got to be his retirement year. This has got to be the Tour de McCutchen.
Has to be because I looked for him and couldn't find him in the lineup anywhere. So I was like, I thought they got
five home runs away from 300. Going to retire a Pirate after he wins a playoff game with him this year. Maybe one.
No, I hope crossed. These are crossed.
Yeah.
For him.
Indeed. So we got that. Paul Skeens, the #1 pick from last year, looks he's on a fast track to the baseball. So Paul Skeens, I mean, for people that aren't all into the fantasy baseball, you got an extra spot, pick him up. He's one of those 10 strikeout guys. You're gonna want to have him. And O'Neal Cruz, he was hurt at the end of last year. He's one of those. He's just like De La Cruz from Cincinnati. These kids are so fun. They throw the ball 100 miles an hour. They hit it 100 miles an hour. Pirates going to be interesting. I mean, the only question really is, well, how long do we actually think we're going to be in the playoff race? Which is the answer is not long, but it's going to be a fun first 2 months. And then we get ready for Steelers training camp, I believe, is what we're going to do.
The only question is where are these players going to be playing next year? That's my question.
All right. Well, I'm going to see them fourth right now, but I could see them being last.
Oh, really? You don't give the Pirates better than third? You don't think Pirates get to third?
I mean, I'd like to think that the whole division is pretty garbage. So
That's what I mean.
We do have a chance.
I mean, we're going to talk about the Reds, right?
Oh, absolutely.
De La Cruz.
De La Cruz,
After that,
baby.
what are you talking about?
Cal
Candelario. What's Candelario? Who's that on the Reds?
Yes, Candelario was their big.
Candelario, De La Cruz. After that, pitching.
I mean, basically Cincinnati is a sophomore slump. Do we have a sophomore slump? Because they got 4 rookie starters last year that killed it. Yeah.
This is what I'm excited about. Is the youth that is in baseball today.
Cincinnati, the Diamondbacks, I feel like they're both the same. It's like which one of those teams can maintain what they did last year and not get figured out. You know what I mean? Like, I think both those teams are candidates for really high, possibly not so high.
Who's the best? Who's got the best coach out of these, keeping these kids going?
You need that. Here. Cubs have counsel. I don't think Pirates have a coach.
Oh, good. They don't need one.
Milwaukee's got whoever replaced counsel.
But who's the Reds coach? Who's dealing with all these young kids on the Reds?
I want to say Dusty Baker, but I'm wrong.
Okay. That's the key, like who's got, like, can you, if Bruce Bochy's the coach of this team, what do you think? Does he keep that talent interested and running and going? And, Bochy came out of the Rangers for a 1-year deal to win the World Series or something. I mean, I know he's coaching again this year, but I'm just saying the guy knows how to take people and win games, especially during the playoff and World Series. So you talk about young talent.
He doesn't know.
That guy, he's useless.
That guy doesn't know.
So young talent, that's it. So, but the Reds, to me, I put them in fourth right now. When I looked through the roster and I saw De La Cruz, and I remembered how great he was, but he'd have to have the same season again. And I don't know. That's asking a lot from.
And there's a lot of stat projections that have like their leading RBI guy at like 82, which is. That just seems a little low for a team that's on the rise and going to be a contender.
82, that doesn't put them at a lot of runs this year. I mean,
Right.
Dodgers,
so I think it'll be exciting. You got them in fourth?
I have them in fourth.
I think I have them finishing ahead of the Cubs.
Okay.
Because the Cubs just lost. Remember Justin Steele?
We've talked about. Yeah, well, he was a pitcher for them, right? He lost that. They lost him?
They lost him for like a long time.
Oh, I had him highlighted as one of their players to really watch out for this year.
Absolutely. Oh. He was the guy. He was going to carry him, and the rest of the team
puts
a bit of turmoil.
Then does that put that Hendricks guy ahead of him then?
Yeah, it puts Hendricks as their only starter that's quality, in my opinion.
Hendricks and Steele, 1-2. I thought they at least had 2 good starting pitchers.
They had Stroman, but they lost Stroman. Stroman went to the Yankees.
Well, I mean, that might change the Cubs thing then. I thought Steele was still going. In fact, one of the most recent things I saw still had him as the ace in the hole. So if he's not there at all anymore, I like Kurt Suzuki a lot. Bellinger's a great guy,
You mean Seiya Suzuki?
Seiya. So I like Suzuki. Bellinger is always going to be a Dodger. So
Right.
So he
Bellinger,
arm
I think that was.
smashes and
Yeah, I don't think that was a good re-signing. They lost Stroman, so they have no pitching depth.
well,
I just think the Cubs are in trouble, and Chicago could turn on a team quick. So
oh, instantly. The Cubs did nothing at all, and they actually that Bellinger signing, I think, was a signing of we got to do something because we've done nothing, and
yeah,
he's kind of a home team favorite for what we have. But he was one of the last people still sitting out there going, I wonder if they're going to resign me. But
right.
had they also signed nobody else, so I think he was kind of a nobody, right? They just re-signed Bellinger like last minute. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with Chicago, but I don't like them to beat the Reds.
Yeah, well, without Steele, that's 21 more losses.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was
At
21
least
more
12.
victories. So I thought he'd go 21-4, have a good year, 7 innings pitched each time. All right, well, yeah, that changes that. All right, you could almost put Cincinnati, I guess, above the Cubs because they don't really have a lot in the batting.
Can we put all of them in fourth place?
You could. I mean,
Whoever's
they'll
the
be
best one
fighting
out.
for second, but it'll be fourth place at the same time.
See, I feel like by the end of this, we're going to be arguing that the Reds are still going to win the division.
No.
All right, so we go to the Brewers. Brewers lost their ace. Their other ace is hurt until August. They didn't re-sign their best free agent bat. The Brewers have Yelich and they signed Rhys Hoskins from the Phillies.
Hoskins, yeah, Adams, and that really they still got Contreras, right? They still
They do
got
have
4
Contreras and
decent
Adams.
bats.
They got a little, they get a little thump in the middle. You're right.
Adams, the big kid, that's the first baseman kid, right? That's the big kid from the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, he's been a Brewer for a while, but I think he did come up through San.
Yeah, there's 4 batters there, but they got rid of Corbin. So
right. And Yelich is almost 40 now. I don't know.
he has to be, right? How old is Yelich? Him and Aaron Rodgers were the same. They were best buds, him and Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers turns 40
38,
this year.
39 then, right?
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah, I mean, this kid was a superstar in 2006, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So long time ago. Yeah. So he's aging, even though baseball players age a little bit different, How old was Chase Utley playing second base? That ball's coming at you fast, Chase didn't have no problem. 42, 43. So.
Right. So they have a lineup that could compete in this division. I don't know if they have the pitching. I mean, like every team in this division, we all have questions. Even the Cardinals, who had the worst year they've ever had last year.
Last year, yeah.
They went and re-signed a bunch of veterans, and I'm not sure if that actually helps or not. You know what I mean? They might still suck again, too.
If this is becoming a game of youth, then signing a bunch of old veterans don't mean shit no more. Maybe these youth players are learning how to hit better and pitch better and catch better and run better, and it's better coaching in the little leagues and better coaching. Here, you think about this. Think about this. And this is big, but little kids play flag football now. My children would not play tackle football like I did from 8 to 18. You know what I mean? Because that was just a beating I took for 8 to 18 for no reason. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do that. They'd be playing flag football. So if all the kids are starting to go into baseball, all the kids are starting to go into basketball because their parents start to coach these sports, and less of the kids are going into football at a younger age, the parents aren't coaching and focusing there. Now they're starting to focus their time on baseball. Kids are learning, you know what I mean? I don't know. I wonder. Because if it's a youth movement, where did this youth movement come from? You know what I mean? That youth movement wasn't there before. Baseball's been around for 100 fucking years. But now all this youth is not spent on football children, right? 150. So it's not spent in the football. Pop Warner League doesn't even exist anymore. I had a son, one of the kids' fathers come to me at my door. It was like, hey, did your son want to play football? I was like, no. Oh, he plays baseball. That's what I told him. He's like, oh, baseball. And he walked away all grumpy. That's because they can't fill the rosters on teams anymore in Pop Warner League.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but concussions and getting hit waiting until you're 13 and letting your brainstem fucking finish. That's a good idea. I wish my parents would let my brainstem finish. You know what I mean? But no, I'm playing football. So I don't know. You wonder where the youth movement, and maybe a lot of the youth is going into baseball now because parents aren't allowing their kids to go into violent sports.
And we got a lot of young athletes that they're going to be fun. None of
Good.
them are in the NL Central though.
Baseball needed it because it was almost out the door. So good for that.
So what do you think? Cardinals or Reds to win it?
Oh,
Or should
I
Brewers?
I put the Cardinals there every year. I'd go Cardinals, Brewers, Reds if you know. That's what I had. But I had the Reds below the Cubs until now.
All right. Well, we're gonna switch that, and then we'll agree on this.
What's that?
Well, we're gonna put the Cubs down here. We'll go Cardinals, Brewers, Reds.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
think the
the
Reds
only
should be-
change is the Cubs, Reds for me.
Yeah. Well, let's move them the whole way to the bottom. Let's put the Pirates in fourth, just because.
Let's do it.
All
You
right.
know, the Cubs suck. Let's put them Pirates fourth. I like it. That works for me.
All right. I don't think I need to move the Braves thing.
No, and you could just put Philly in second.
Yeah, we can make this. We can make quick work of the NL East.
Man, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Reds, the Phillies got bats.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
added
think they're
Merrifield,
huh?
that Kansas City second baseman is always hitting doubles, so I like him. Nice addition.
Who'd they add?
Whit Merrifield, kid on
Oh,
Kansas City.
okay.
He's actually a veteran from Kansas City. But I think he's a nice little ad. I mean, they kind of just rolled with their same rotation and everything.
I think that's fine.
Wheeler could be a Cy Young candidate.
Wheeler,
I mean,
Nola.
Nola already was.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, people are predicting pretty good things. I mean, Bryce Harper just hit 3 home runs today. So I mean, that's exciting. The Phillies are going to be good. Not as good as the Braves.
No.
I don't even think we don't even have to talk about the Braves. They have the best lineup in baseball, even better than the Dodgers. 3 of the best.
So maybe they're 1 through 8, 9. They're all pretty solid.
They're insane.
They're pitching.
It's 1 through 9 because we have a DH now. So they
Yeah,
get
1 through 9. Yeah.
Batting ninth. He has like 3 home runs already.
Who's their pitching? Who the Braves got?
I mean, they got Strider and Max Fried.
Strider and Fried. That's right. Both Cy Young
Morton.
winners or candidates.
Right.
So, yeah, Braves still.
They added Renardo Lopez. It was really good. So, yeah, no, there's not a lot of weaknesses in Atlanta.
Well, you know, I think the only thing that I thought that they were better than the Dodgers with last year was pitching at a total. And I think we've improved our pitching by a lot. I think we're right there with the Braves. I really do think so. I think Mookie Betts and Acuna Jr., they got to be.
There's no way those guys can each play 162 games again this year.
They got to be 1A, 1B, right? Acuna Jr. and Mookie Betts, 1A, 1B. Acuna Jr. maybe ahead of him.
I mean, if you go by last year, this year he's had some injuries. I just think Mookie Betts going to shortstop with the playoff change, and now Ohtani and Freeman batting either behind him or around him.
Yeah.
Remember when he was Boston and Ortiz was batting behind him?
Scary.
Yeah. It's going to be nasty this year. Mookie Betts is going to run away with that MVP.
I hope so. He deserves it. He's a good kid, man. He's a good player.
Yeah. And he's my build. It gives me hope. Maybe one day.
What? You'll have a kid and he'll be your height and make it to the baseball? Because
I could be.
You'll win the slosh ball MVP.
Yeah. I've done it. I'm always slosh ball MVP.
This will be like a sanction, though.
I bring the keg. I'm the MVP.
I am the MVP. I am the one with the keg. MVP. And yeah, okay, that's fine. All right, so that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy to go, right? Braves, Phillies, 1, 2.
All right, we got Marlins who made the playoffs last year, but they lost. Excuse me, they lost Sandy Alcantara, their Cy Young guy.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good. And they lost.
That's not good.
To the Giants.
Oh yeah, they lost Solar too, right? Jorge, who's that Jorge? Is that who they lost?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jorge's on the Giants, baby.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. No, it's bad for the Marlins.
They added Tim Anderson.
They can't be as bad as these. They added Tim Anderson. He batted 212 for the last 3 years.
He's batting more than 189. That's good. Hey, you bat 200 in the in MLB. You're fucking good. I'm sorry to say. Sad, right?
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
All right. So can the Marlins are better than these guys, though, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They can go last.
They can go last.
They can go last. They give up. They just
You know
gave
who
everything
they
away.
signed? 3 words. Signed Joey Gallo.
Gallo, I know that's their addition, but the Dodgers saved him. We brought him in, got him back together, shipped him off to go be a hero.
So
That's what
funny.
we do.
All
I
right.
saw they signed Joey Gallo. I was laughing at that. We got rid of Gallo for Ohtani.
Good trade.
Big trade.
All right.
Yeah,
So
they're yeah,
we
I
gotta
saw
figure
that.
out- we got to figure out Mets. Are the Mets going to be better than the Marlins or worse than the Marlins? I'd like to think first, but I mean,
What did they
let's
get
see.
back this year that they lost last year?
Let's see here. Well, they only lost those 2 old Cy Young Award winners that didn't pitch very well for them, Scherzer and whatever, Verlander.
Verlander, right.
They signed JD Martinez and
They
Louis
brought in JD
Severino.
Martinez to DH.
Yeah, and the Yankees starter Severino.
Right. Yeah, I don't, that was such a big deal for them to win the World Series last year, and they were such a disappointment. And I feel nothing changed. JD Martinez, great DH, but isn't there somebody else that is injured that's supposed to be the DH? And that's the only reason they brought JD Martinez in. So I don't know. I see the Mets in third place.
Third or fourth? I want to put them in fourth.
Fourth is not, I mean, they could fight the Marlins.
I feel like they're like
the Marlins
going
did
like the
lose
Cubs.
though another amount of a good amount of wins when they, so
I feel like it's just like the Cubs. They could, if they have a rough start, they could just
give up, be
the
done.
Mets are gonna the Mets fans are gonna turn on the Mets.
Right.
Like quick.
Right. Yeah, I would hate to be a Met or a Met fan, to be honest with you.
All right, so we got in the National League, we got the Braves, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers winning the divisions. Wild cards, I assume we have Phillies and Diamondbacks. And then the last one would go to either Brewers, Miami, or the Giants. Come on, give it
I mean, I keep reading the Giants as a dark horse, and I only read that as you make it to the playoffs. I don't read that as you make it to the World Series or the NL.
And 6 seeds have made the World Series 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off by that because it wasn't the Dodgers the other 2 times in a row.
You already know you guys aren't making the World Series unless it's COVID.
And there's only 50 games because that's all we can play. Yeah.
Yes, no more COVID.
Yeah, there's no more COVID. There wasn't any COVID in the first place.
All right.
So business is being closed down for a year.
So we got the NL. Bitter much. You want to pick the? You're going to say the Dodgers come out of the NL. I'm going to say the Diamondbacks. Do it again.
So I'm going to go with the Dodgers. Yes, coming out of the NL. I don't have a choice. And I believe that, as we said before, I would love to be the evil empire. So we must win.
Yeah, no, I think we get the wild card. We knock you out in the first round after going 0-15 against you guys in the regular season. We make the playoffs and knock you out in the first round.
You win the first 2 games in LA. We're all fucked up. You know what's going on? We win 1 in that San Francisco. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, right, sounds about right.
But yeah, probably
I got the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah, it makes sense. Clayton Kershaw will get his first playoff win in history of baseball.
Well, he got his first World Series win with COVID.
That's right. That's a good point. All right. So I don't like that. But
small miracles.
Let's go to the Sacramento / Las Vegas / San Francisco A's.
I heard that Oakland offered them a 5-year deal.
There's a 5-year lease on the table, yes.
But would they actually be staying 5 years?
Till 2028, so like 4 years.
So 4 years. And but the deal is that if the A's would get the expansion team, that's what they're looking into. They want to be a part of the expansion team deal.
Sure.
If they're going to offer this, they want it. But would be also responsible for building a better stadium in a better place. Because you can't use the Oakland Stadium as a selling point to any human being in the world to bring or start a baseball team there.
Oh yeah, you could barely kill lions in there.
It's horrible. It's 87,000 seats in a football stadium that only sells out 5,000.
Hey, but their parking lots are hilarious and very fun.
One of the best tailgates I've ever had was at the
A lot of our
Oakland
friends
A's.
were down there, not going inside the stadium.
I would have went into the stadium so I could have sat down in the first row and just sat there. Hey, I got first seat right behind the catcher.
Who's gonna kick me out?
Nobody. There's nobody there. Not even the security guards.
Buddy.
So, Oakland.
My only question is, do they lose 110 games?
Yes.
And the answer is yes. Moving on.
Moving on. Were there any additions that you saw Oakland Athletics make that you went, yeah, that's the move? No.
Yeah, man, they picked up all the guys the Giants cut. J.D. Davis they picked up, and Alex Wood. So that means Alex Cobb's still on the Giants.
Right, and Wood, the old Cub, is now an A.
Yeah. Those are probably Oakland's two best players. People that the Giants just said, nah, we don't need these guys anymore.
Oakland's got to get its identity back. They need 13 guys with mullets and sideburns.
Yeah.
That
big black goggle glasses.
Just big black. Yeah. You know, they need to bring their identity back. They don't have it anymore. They're not the Oakland A's we know.
I think they have to pay for toilet privileges. Like, they're just in bad shape.
They're really in bad shape there. They are. And the fans have noticed it and have shown their anger.
For all you viewers out there, the Oakland A's fans here in the Bay Area are hilarious. They love going to A's games and not going in.
Yep.
Bringing signs. Just they hate the owner. The owner's the worst person in the world.
Pretty
Can't
close.
argue with him.
Yeah, not arguing with him. Yeah. Last place.
Okay. The other team that could challenge them for last place.
Nope.
The No Tawnies.
The No Tawnies? Yeah.
No Tawnies.
Trout's going to have a good year. He's going to be the leader of the team.
Go hit 30 home runs by the All-Star break and then get hurt.
Yeah, but that'll be better than the A's.
And that'll be better than the A's.
And he will be ahead of the A's in 4th place.
Oh, man. And then it gets interesting. What do we do here?
Those are the 3 best teams. I mean, last year, that was the best race in all of baseball.
So good.
Houston, the Texas Rangers, and the Seattle Mariners was the best race in baseball. Hands down. The Orioles and the Rays was good. You know, the Marlins sneaking in, I thought was great the way they played, but that Houston Texas Rangers, that was the best series. That was the best run to who's going to get first place, and that you're the only one that gets to go because the Rays and the Orioles had won so many games. Yeah, Houston, man, I hate them. You can throw that piece of shit in the trash. I hate them.
They're just, I don't even know how they did it, but they have like 8 pitchers that are starter quality in the major leagues, like signed for 5 years. They're going to trade Framber Valdez just because they have too many pitchers. Their lineup signed through like 2026. The Astros are not going to lose for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not a big. I just dislike them. After that loss, the Dodgers and the cheating and hate them. So.
Yeah, no, there's no chance they're slowing down this year. They look better than last year.
I thought they were going to win it last year. So
this will be a good race. I can't wait to see these guys battle.
So we're just going to put Houston at number 1 then, right? Because I do like Houston at number 1.
I don't think you can argue with it. They're just way too good. They got
I had Houston at number 1 over the Rangers. So,
well, Texas, we got the same 6 lineup back.
Yeah, they got Bochy still a coach.
They still got the Boch, man.
One of the best coaches in baseball.
I tip my cap to the Boch, man.
Me too. So you've got Bochy at Cat, you've got coach, you've got the lineup that won the World Series last year.
A plus lineup. Plus they had Carter's going to be there the whole year, Evan Carter, and also Wyatt Langford, who besides Jackson Holiday for the Orioles is the most hyped, next superstar. And this guy apparently can hit everything. Played for the Florida Gators. He's fucking batting 500 against minor league dudes. He's ready to roll. The lineup's going to be sicker.
Scary. Yeah, they played
scary.
So they'll battle Houston for first and second. I don't see the Mariners having the same season they had last year. I felt like they came from nowhere.
They do. They have 4 top of the line starting pitchers though, assuming if Miller, not the Bobby Miller, but the other Miller.
Right.
Shelby, I believe, he used to be a Dodger anyway. But anyway, so they have 4 top of the line pitchers. They got Julio down by the schoolyard.
Yeah, your favorite player. Yeah, keep going.
Well, I thought it was our favorite player.
Well, that's because he's down by the schoolyard and he's trying to help us win that stolen base thing. But it's not going to happen this year.
Yeah, that's true. All right, man. So yeah, we got that. We got looks like Houston, Texas, Seattle, and that's a shitty team.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I think Seattle's the middle team for sure.
Yep, sounds about right. Unless something weird happens, I would love to have Julio hit like 70 home runs.
Yeah, and steal 70 bases.
Yeah,
only 70 guy. That'd be amazing. That'd never be broken.
Let's call it.
Yeah,
70-70.
70-70. I'd take 60-60.
You know what? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm like, but 70-70. Julio down by the schoolyard, 70 home runs, 70 stolen bases. Which, now think about that.
Would be a record.
Well, yeah, because it's hard to get stolen bases if you keep getting home runs.
You're not on base.
Because you're not on base. So he's also going to have to get a couple singles.
You get those walks. You hit a bunch of home runs early. They walk you second half.
They walking you. 70. We got this. So we need about 50 in the beginning to slow.
Like the first month.
Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. And then they say, shit, walk them. 50 stolen bases. Then they start pitching to him again. We got this.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He can do this in 130 games. Yeah. All right. So cool. Yeah, I like it. I like where we're at. Let's go. I don't like where we're going now.
Yeah. Let's go from a really good division to a shitty division.
Yeah. I didn't even look over this division. Who's in this division again? The Guardians.
Well, the Twins won the title last year, and they have some young athletic hitters and a possible Cy Young Award winner in their midst. So I guess they're the winner.
Yeah. If they've got all of that in that division, they are the winner.
Well, I mean, Detroit is
undefeated.
They got a Cy Young Award candidate.
Detroit is also, I believe, one of the undefeated still.
They're still undefeated. I don't think that'll last very long, just like the Pirates.
I was shocked that it was still that way. But yeah, so I believe one of our
dude, I mean, Detroit could finish ahead of one of these two teams. I mean,
that could finish ahead of both of those teams, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's another one. We just put all of them in 5th.
Yeah, right. I mean, Royals, not very good. Royals were bad last year.
No, they were bad.
They were bad. They were A's bad.
They were A's bad, yeah.
They were A's bad. That's like, damn.
I think the White Sox might be worse than everybody.
Then the A's? No fucking way.
Well, they will challenge the 110 loss thing. I think they do 105.
Okay, so we got A's and White Sox predicted as the last 2 teams in all baseball.
I think so.
And the Royals right behind them?
Yeah, I think so. We'll move Detroit up to 3rd because they already have 4 wins.
They already have 4 wins. That might be more than the A's get all year.
At least the first month.
At least first month. A's could go 0-30.
At least my boys, the Tribe. We got to finish 2nd then, even though we didn't do anything.
You're in set. Well, you did that last year though too, right? Weren't the Guardians in 2nd last year?
Yeah.
So we're just basically doing what we did last year: Twins, Guardians, and then the other 3 fight for 5th place and the worst team in baseball.
Yeah, we flip-flopped and we had Detroit in last year and White Sox in 3rd. And Yeah, we
Well,
split
yeah,
five.
but we learned a lot about the A's in them last year too. So we were like, huh, boy, these teams are really fucking bad. The Royals were really bad last year. I mean, Tigers, they've proven themselves to be better than any of those teams, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
think so. And the Guardians and the Twins, they were at the top all last year. I would assume that's going to stay that way. So
Yeah, with the Indians pitching staff and their coaching, I think the Guardians. My bad.
the
We'll
who? I was like,
in a second.
what are we talking
We're
about?
gonna surprise people. I think we're gonna score more runs than we did last year. I don't know why or how, but it's gonna happen.
I'm in. Go Guardians.
Right in the East, everyone wants to talk about the East. Do we?
No, let's skip it. I don't think any of those teams are worth talking about.
Just put all the stickers on there in random order. Here we
Just
go.
random orders. I believe this will be a better 3-team race than it was last year.
Right. Well, I definitely randomly put the Red Sox on the bottom, and I won't argue with that. I think
No,
they're young and exciting, might be fun to watch for Bostonians, but don't expect a lot of wins.
no, I have them written down last on my piece of paper.
Way last in my
Way less. Of that division, way last. Like 50 games below fourth, third, and second.
right. I got them with 75 wins.
Yes. That's a lot. It's more than I actually would have thought, actually. That's a tough division to play in. You got to play against the Yankees. You got to play against the Rays. You got to play against the Orioles. I mean, shit. Those guys all might win 100 games. It's possible. I don't know. I think, well, the Yankees, they lost something, right? What did the Yankees? They got an injury, right?
Well, they lost Garrett Cole, their Cy Young Award.
Cole, that's who they lost their stud. They still got Judge.
Judge and Soto. I got to say, I didn't realize Juan Soto was 25 years old just like a month ago. Like, and this kid, I think he's going to like revolutionize like Yankee pinstripe baseball. Like, people are going to go from, Ruth, Garrick, whatever, Jeter, and then it's going to have a huge gap and it's going to go Soto, Jeter, Soto.
You don't think Judge will have any name in there?
Well, I mean, you could obviously put Judge in there, but I mean, I think Soto is going to end up being more important than Judge. This kid is.
Are we talking like a Babe Ruth Maris kind of deal? Like, but Maris is the.
I think so. Yeah, he's built for Yankee Stadium, and I think he's built for like that city. I think he was in Washington and San Diego. And Washington, it sucked too much. San Diego, too much beach. New York City. I think that's where he needs to be.
Nice.
So I think that's scary. I don't think it's enough to beat the Orioles.
Well, they added Burns. And they got rid of some young talent, though. And it's never good to get rid of young talent sometimes, They
have so much young talent.
Well, that's good. That's what they're going to need.
Jackson Holiday.
Right. You're on this Jackson Holiday kid.
Yeah. He's a complete stud, son of third baseman, Hall of Famer. I forget his name. Matt Holiday.
Matt Holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Holiday's a little
A's Cardinals guy. He was with the Cardinals for years.
Rockies, yeah.
No, Holiday, great player actually in baseball. So
yeah. Their offense is going to be phenomenal. I mean, they added Burns. They lost their closer, but I think they have enough internal talent to deal with that pretty easily.
Yeah, well, it makes me. I love seeing the Orioles back in the whole mix. So, gone too many years. I was excited last year. I will be excited this year if they stay on top. Speaking of top, then, so we have decided we're gonna just put Boston at the end here.
And I think it's another one of those sandwich divisions. I think top and bottom are pretty easy, but Yankees, Rays, Toronto
is going to be serious.
Tough to call.
Well, Rays lost. We got Glasnow, so there's 20 wins gone.
Manuel Margot left. That's 30 home runs.
Yeah, so 30 home runs and 20 wins.
All right, so we're pretty confident we can put the Rays down here. And Wander Franco's out there raping underage people. So
that's right. Yeah, so
that's our best hitter.
He's gone. Yeah, so let's put them in third place.
Third. We're gonna put the Yankees in fourth?
No, we're putting the Yankees in second.
All right, well, Toronto goes third. I'll argue they're gonna be better than the Rays.
That's fine. That's fine. They made a run last year and almost put themselves in the playoffs.
Yeah, right? Toronto?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much talent. They're being underperforming. I think Brandon Belt turning into a coach is going to help them.
Brandon, nice. I like it. Brandon Belt. Is that the ex-Giant Brandon Belt?
Actually, they brought in, Brandon Belt, and they brought in Justin Turner and some other old guy too.
They
So
brought in
have,
Justin Turner.
and Joey Votto. Joey Votto and Justin Turner are Blue Jays now.
Oh man. Okay. Blue Jays the third for sure.
I mean, I just kind of like their
Justin Turner, Joey Votto. That's good hitting. That's good contact hitting.
Guys. Those are dugout guys, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to tell Vlad Jr. and BGO Jr. be like, listen, guys, we know
Calm
you're
down.
fucking shit, but
Right. Grow your beards better. Get your hair longer. Stop being pussies.
yours better, and let's roll.
Let's
Doggies.
roll. Come on. Let's go. No, I like that. I like the addition of Justin Turner and Votto. I mean, Votto with the Cubs for years. He was a solid hitter, solid player, and a dugout guy. You're right. He's definitely a leader. Turner is definitely a leader. He was my favorite Dodger for too many years.
He was
Him
everyone's
leaving-
favorite Dodger when he was there.
Yeah, I loved him. Him leaving broke my heart. I could have thought of many other players that could have fucking hit the road, and so, but I'm glad we didn't get rid of any of them. Gavin Lux, he's awesome. I like all the guys. Muncy, awesome. So I'm glad we kept them all. So how did we finish this? We got what?
We have to pick who's coming out of the AL, though.
Okay, we got Dodgers. Oh, man. I mean, my choice right now is Texas again.
Texas?
Yeah. There's a lot to argue about. I like the Orioles. They're a little older this year. Corbin coming in, a little more experience.
I think it comes down to Texas, Houston again.
Yeah, me too. I think we're back in this thing again.
The state of Texas, I believe, are the two best AL teams.
Yes.
I mean, I'd love to see the Orioles or Seattle kind of do some things, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, when we get into the playoffs and stuff, that Bochy takes over. Guys like that know how to coach to these 7-game series, man, So I think that's why I give the edge to Texas, just because in the end it's 7-game series and Bochy's on one side and you got your coach. Good luck, guys, So I think that's one of the Dodgers' weaknesses is maybe that coach in a 7-game series. Maybe throughout the year in 3 games and one game after game, great coach. But we get in a 7-game series, we don't ever seem to win those. We just kind of bums me out. Bochy never seems to lose those. So,
makes me smile. Whatever you're talking about is making me smile. I know that.
No, that's why I vote. I mean, I say Texas. Houston, like you said, is bringing a lot of talent to the table, but so is Texas. The Orioles. That's who I would hope if I was to pick. If I was to choose, I would want the Orioles to be the one to come out of it. But
all right, so the FB and Goob, unfortunately, boringly predict Texas and the Dodgers, and possibly thinking maybe Arizona Orioles.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me either. So, yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's our baseball preview. Yeah. Who is winning the division right now, by the way? Dodgers?
I am almost positive.
Yeah. Think so. Well, that's good. I haven't looked at anything right now. What? We're 5 games in, 6 games in. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Long way to go. We have
right
100.
Now, the stolen base leader is leading the home run leader 6-4.
Who's the home run leader?
Check this out. Did I tell you this? We have 2 kind of crazy games this year. We're going to Alabama, Birmingham, where the Birmingham Black Barons, Willie Mays' childhood team plays. Giants are going to play the Cardinals in a little 6,000 seat stadium.
Nice.
And then also we're going to London, play a little baseball for.
Really, we're going overseas.
Yeah, Phillies and Mets are going to go. They've actually been to London once before. They're going over there for the whole 3-game series though this time.
Nice.
So that's kind of some interesting stuff that's going on.
Well, it makes more sense going for a 3-game series, but then just going for one fucking game. You have to go back and play at that other stadium.
Matches going on or something. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
They last week, so who knows?
I guess for years the Packers used the excuse that there was no airport in Green Bay that could get them to London. It would actually
Really?
have to take a 3-hour flight to somewhere else to get them on a flight to take them to go and to get to London. And that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons that we didn't play in London for all those years.
Smart.
It's pretty smart, right? We give up a
Yep.
home game when you leave, you know?
You're like, we use propeller planes, guys. Come on, we can't
Yeah,
fly this.
Green Bay in Wiscotia, we only got the propeller planes, you know? So I was like, that's so funny. It's brilliant, but it's funny.
Very funny. Got any performers of the week before we head out? I mean,
Well,
I love
not the
them.
Knicks. We're on a 3-game losing streak, and we've gone from 3rd to 5th, just like that.
Oh, well, we got to talk about Wemby. I just saw Wemby just now almost put up a quadruple double.
Wow.
He put up 9 blocks, 9 assists, 12 rebounds, and like 27 points or something. And I
Yeah,
know he
he's
did he had 40 and 20 against the Knicks, but he wasn't even the best player on the court.
no, Brunson put up 61. Good game. We were down. I think the most impressive thing is we were down 20 to actually go to have this overtime or this 61 point. To even be in the, we should have been beaten by 25 or something. In the end, it was very close. I think all 3 games we've lost have been by like 1 or 2 points. Been pretty tough loss. It's been a pretty tough loss week for losers because it's been like 1 point, 1 point. Shit, God damn it. So
Yeah, tough losses are tough, man.
yeah, but as you know, like I said before, I don't think I want to be 3rd or 2nd or because Philly's got Embiid back. I think Embiid's going to get enough playing time to be the 8th seed or the 7th seed in the playoff and be scary. So, or Philly
Right on.
could be
So yeah,
scary.
so we're looking forward to the NFL or NBA playoff push,
Yes,
the end of hockey, so we can become fans once again. The playoffs are going to start here in a
playoffs
little
will
bit.
start. I can start rooting for the Panthers.
Final four. I mean, who you got? You got Duke, you got NC State, you got Purdue, or you got UConn.
I got nobody fucking. Well, I have UConn left, so I'm going to go UConn Purdue.
Right on. All right. I hope nobody wins, and we carried over till next year. Carolina can win
Nice.
it.
Just carried over. Kentucky's loss will be forgiven. Reddick 10th, but the Busher in 9th. Good for you. Beat
All
me by
right,
a
man.
spot. Yeah, you got
Buddy,
the
stick
9th. I
together.
got the
I
10th.
like it.
But we both scored because you were in the top 10, so we got the points in the playoffs, and we are sitting Reddick at 10th and you at 12th. So we
Beautiful.
look good going into this year so far.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm FB.
I'm the Goob.
Go Dodgers.
Boo.
Boo.